Let's go. I really got the feeling today that everything is going my way. Now this is what I'm talking about. Every time I see your smile, it makes me shout. Let's go. Let's go. Nothing's gonna stop us today. Get on the bus or get out the way. We're cruising with the radio on. So turn it up to 10. Here comes our favorite song. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go. It's another Sunday evening, my time. But good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn, wherever you find yourself. This is the Power Series, the only PowerPoint or Power. There's a PowerPoint Power Platform show that demystifies the Power Platform to the barest minimum. Today, we will be talking about creating PDFs using Microsoft Word and PowerAutomate. If this sounds like something you're interested in, well, let's go get our montage. When we're back, we're going to get right into it. Stick and stay. Welcome back. I'm yours truly, Samuel Adjani, taking you through another Sunday episode of the Power Series. Well, if this is your first time on the show, this series primarily talks about Power Platform. We do things Power Platform. In most previous episodes, you've seen me bring guest, talk about different stuff on the Power Platform. That is going to resume in subsequent episode. Today, I'm going to try to answer a couple of questions people ask me. That is, how do I create PDFs using PowerAutomate? Pretty much that. So in today's episode, I'm trying to move away from a series we're working on, which is AI in PowerAutomate, to show you how you can use PowerAutomate to create PDFs for yourself. So let's get right into it. I'll try to make today's session a bit succinct, straight to the point. We'll have some fun. And while doing that, if you have any questions, you can, send me your questions and I would answer them for you. Yeah, those are my social media handles. Please do well to subscribe to the channel so that if you post new content, you can have a peek. Well, let's get right into it. So today's scenario will be very simple. I'm going to show you how you can transform a Microsoft Word template, right? Yes, a Microsoft Word template. You can transform that into a PDF. Very simple, quite straightforward. And what we'll do is I'll make it very minimalistic to show you the processes involved, and then also give you some concept or ideas as to how you can automate it. So I'll give you an example. Let's say you have a regular PDF newsletter that has to go out, and let's say some of the content has to change. All right. So what you want to do is that you pretty much will prepare this template in Word, and then once you have the template in Word, what you want to do is use PowerAutomate and some of the OneDrive connectors to convert it to a PDF document, and that's what I'll be showing on today's episode. So let's get right into it. So I'm just contemplating which of my which of the accounts to use. I think we're just going to use a Demystified Tech one. That's fine. Or pretty much I can use just any account to show this. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's do the split, and then let's have this. And if you have any specific questions, please let me know. Feel free to let me know, and then I'll try to answer them. So let's go ahead here. I like to do things this way. I like to always start with let's do this. Let's go to portal.office.com, and do I have first of all, let me open my Word document as well. So this, I think this is a tranny. You know what? I think I can use a different let me use a different account. All right, let me use this account to do it. So let's do this. And let me know if you have any questions. Please feel free to drop it in the chat and I would answer it. So we're going to start with a Word template, and then we're going to we'll try to convert that template into a PDF. All right. So pretty simple. We'll walk through some steps, and then you can, pretty much take it into a different levels where you literally can automate that whole process. All right. Let's see. Let's see. I'm just waiting for my authentication to come up. Approve this. There we go. Approved. And let's not do this. Okay. So let's go and open our Word. Yes, let's open Microsoft Word. And for the sakes of today's session, I'm just going to use probably a template, all right, so that you can think of how powerful this is. You can also use the same approach to create something like automatic certificate issuing, all right. You can do that. So I'm going to use this template. This is a birthday template, all right, to, from, amount, all that. So let's create this. So this is just a basic template, and you can see how this looks. It's quite a lot. There's happy birthday, 2 of it. Well, there's nothing wrong. I can always pick one. So let's see. So because there's a table, can we just select the whole of this side and then delete the rows? Okay. We can delete this. We don't need this. So I just wanted to do that so we have just one. So this, let's save this. Now, the thing is that we're going to save it into a OneDrive location, right? So the scenario we're going to paint is assuming you have this e-gift card or e-certificate or e-voucher, right? That is supposed to be, how do you say it? You want to automate by saying you enter a few details, and then you want this to automatically generate a PDF you can send to a customer or whatever that is. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to save it into a OneDrive location, which I will use PowerAutomate to call out. All right. So let's get into it. So a few things I want to do is, first of all, you see here, there is a to, there is a from, there's the amount, and then if you want to add a message, that's fine, right? Now, what we're going to do today is the minimal one, where all you have to do is pretty much, when we call the flow, we need to pass in some information and it will generate it for us. No big deal, right? But then in the future, we could connect this to a Power App, where you go into the Power App, enter the amount, enter the message, enter the to, enter the from, and then that will generate it, right? But for today's episode, we're just going to show how to create the PDF from this Word document or Word template, all right? So before you do that, because you're going to add dynamic content into it, you need to make sure that you are providing that, all right? And you can get that from the developer tab here, all right? Let me do this. Let's zoom it up. Let's open Zoom it, and then you can see it right here. This one here. All right, this tab. Now, when you go into the developer tab, what's going to happen is that it gives you a lot of controls and components you can add into your template. All right, so that's what we're going to do. Now, if for some reason you don't see the developer tab, right, go to File, and then Options. All right, and then I think it's in Advanced, and then look for the developer. No, hold on. I think it's addings. No, sorry. It's advanced. No, is it quick access toolbar? Yes. Wait a minute. No, it's advanced. It's advanced. Don't mind me. Yeah, so you go to advanced, and then where is that? Where's the developer thing? I want to show it down there. Let's do this. Type and replace. I'm trying to look for the developer thing. Paste. Hold on. Let's see. Am I missing something? No. Yeah, it's here. Hold on, just a sec. Advanced. Not copy and paste on the pen or the image or the chart. Show document center. No. Display. It should already be a tick. Not print. Not save. Let's see. It's right here. I don't know what I'm missing. Not editing. Great work. Hey, Kissy, thanks so much for joining the show. Thank you. Unfortunately, I can't reply from here. Hold on just a sec. This bar here. So where's my developer tools here? Hold on. I know this is somewhere here. So file. Let's go to options and user interface, enable preview, setup. No, not setup option. So I know it's at advanced. It's somewhere here in advance. I'm just trying to see. Hold on, let's see. Drawing, background, show all. No, that display, not print, saving, preserve document, the layout. You know what? Hold on. Let me be sure. I don't want to. Hey, what's up? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Let's see. I don't know why it should be there. So let's do this. So I know it. So let's do file. Okay. Oh, okay. So yeah, my bad. So it's under customize ribbon, right? Not advanced, right? It's at customize ribbon. Now, when you click on that, you can look out for the developer. So they have popular commands, and then you see here developer. I added that, so it won't show you. So you will see developer in this section. Let me go in a bit. Yeah, so you see developer somewhere in this section, and you can add it to the right side. And then when you add it, you see here the developer tools is here, right? So if you don't see it in your Word up here, that's how you can. All right, that's how you can get it. All right, awesome. Hey, some loves live streaming. Yes. So, oh hey, welcome to the show, Mr. Odro. Welcome. Yes, I like to do things live. So you see that I'm not superhuman. All right. So from here, first of all, we want to do the to and then the from. Okay. So what you want to do is you can insert these labels. So if I go back here for you to see, so these are all the right from here. Where's the erase? Yeah. So if you look at here, these are all controls that you can use to add elements to your, template. Scooby, I see you. But why have you changed your name? Why? Anyway, welcome to the show. All right, so these are controls you can add. All right, so we are going to start by adding, first of all, the to. So I'll click on this, the label, right? I can, no problem. So we can just pick the label, Really? Why is that saying? Okay, so let's click here and then let me add that. There you go. So click here, and then now when you click on it, you see properties on this side here. This side here, you see properties, right? So when I click on this and click on the properties, it's going to ask me to give it a title and a tag. And that is what is going to show up when using PowerAutomate. All right. So since this is the 2, we will say, let's call this we'll just say 2. We'll just call it 2. All right. And then we'll just call it 2. This. Or we can say gift 2, right? Let's say, yeah, let's just say, yeah, we'll just call it 2 for now. Nothing crazy. And then okay. And then I'll click here and then add another one, right? And then I'll click on it again and go to properties, and then we'll call this from, and then we'll tag this one and call it from, and then click on OK. This template, we have 2 fields which we can automate and replace within Power Apps. Now, so remember, in today's session, we are just going to show how to generate the template and run it and use PowerAutomate to convert it. Next week, I'll follow up with a part 2, and we'll connect this flow to a Power App where you enter the amount, enter the message, and then to from Power Apps, and then you can call this flow to do the work for you. All right. So let's look at it from that way. Now, we can decide to add a message as well. So I can select the message and then click on this, right? And then this pretty much the same thing, right? Let's see if I use this one, the rich. No, let me just stick to this one. It's a read only, right? So in this one, I'll call it message. Give it a tag of message. All right. And then for this one, you know, you can pretty much select it and add all the formattings you want to add. So I can make it bold. I can change the color. So let's do more color. No, let's cancel this. So do the color. I want to use more color. And then use the color picker. Let's go somewhere here. Yep, and it's here. And then if you look at, you see this, if you look at the design of the table, right, you can see that, let's see, can I shift? And again, I'm not trying to do anything crazy with the design, but don't worry, we'll just, we'll just leave it to that, that justified thing. Well, let's remove the bold from it, and let's just make it plain text, right? Now, we could go ahead and do the same thing for the amount, all right? So for the amount, what's the font size now? Or actually, you know what? So it is 55, all right? So in our case, let's see, can we shift this a bit? Yeah. Let's shift this a bit here. Oh, let's leave it here. Let's shift it here, all right? Then why is this one not shifting? Okay. Let's shift it from the top to see. I just want to create a simple, yeah, there you go. Awesome. Okay, so let's say here, all right, in here. Yeah. So I'm going to delete this and then do Alt 155. That puts the CD there. And then in here, I'm going to go back to my developer tools and then put this here. Let's see. Okay, you know what? It's gone all the way. Yeah, there you go. So here I can say, there you go. We can just see, I can just do 000 here because it's already in there. You see this? So if I select this, if I go out and I select this, I can go to the properties here, right? And then call it amount and amount. Okay. So technically, now all I have just done here is just to make this like the, how do you call it? It's just to make it the, oops, don't do that. Yeah. It's just to make it the symbol. So now I realize that anytime you click on it, let me show you something. If you go to the top, you see it. It shows the amount, it shows the tag, so all of them, right? So cool. So right now our template is ready. Remember, we have message, amount, to, from. Simple. So these are the dynamic data that will change in this voucher, right? So it's someone's birthday, you want to send a gift voucher or a message, you can do this so that you can even schedule it. But today, focus, Power Automate. So let's save this. So I'm going to save this. Where do I want to put this? Let's see. Let's go to more places. I want to save it in a place where I can pick it. So I'm going to put it in OneDrive. And let's see. Browse. So in that OneDrive folder, in that document, hold on. Let's do this. Let me OneDrive. I'm going to open this up and I want to create, I'm going to create a folder here and call it Power Series, right? Now in the Power Series demo, I'm going to save it here. I'll call it birthday. I can't even spell birthday again. So just call it birthday underscore template. So birthday template, right? And we'll save it. So we've saved, the document has been saved. This is it, right? So once this is done, let's go ahead. Won't close it, we'll just minimize it, all right? For safety. Now, okay, I think something has happened. Microsoft has done some changes to the portal. Yeah. Trust Microsoft. Hey, Bennett, welcome to the show. Welcome, Bennett. We're trying to do some automation here. All right, so let's go all the way to all apps. Actually, let me go here to all apps. Yeah. Thank you. So Microsoft has done changes. Thank you very much. Thank you for the change. I know that. But all we are looking for is Power Automate. So if you're just joining us, we're saying that today's scenario is how do you create PDF documents from Word template and Power Automate? And the scenario is we are going to create a dynamic birthday voucher PDF file, from a template we're going to use. We've already created the template. And then we're going to use Power Automate to dynamically create the PDF from that Word document. All right. So let's go back into it. All right. So right now in Power Automate now. So the trick here is to use a few connectors. We're going to use the Word connector that allows you to create a Word document from a template. Now, once that Word document is created, you are now going to convert that Word document into a PDF. Now, there are two ways you can do that. Now, you can do that with, I think, the same Word document, or you can use the OneDrive create file. All right. So here's the thing. You create a document, you fill in the template. All right. And then once you fill in the template, what you do is that once you fill in the template, you create a Word document from the filled template. And once you create that Word document, you now convert that Word document into a PDF. All right. Solid. So let's go through it. So let's go ahead. Yeah, let's see. I want to put it in a demo environment. That's fine. So let me change the environment to demo. I was going to spin up a few things. And then I'm going to create a solution. Best practice. If you've been following on Power Automate, we're going to create a solution. And then once the solution is created, we'll create our Power Automate to do the conversion. So baby steps. Today's session, we're just going to create the automation. Next week, we're just going to create the Power App to connect to this automation. All right. Solid. Thank you. I got it. So I'm going to create a new, let me just go ahead and create a new solution. And I will call this solution Power Series, right? We'll just use the default. We'll just use the default publisher. This CDS or should we use default publisher for? Well, let's go ahead and create. All right. If you have any questions, guys, you can post them in the comment, and I'll try to answer them whilst we are walking through this process. Let's do this. Yeah, there's some enjoyment going on somewhere in my house. Some people are enjoying themselves out there. Let's go. Okay, so I think solution is created. So we'll just click on the solution to open it. Let's do that. Pum 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 pum. So let's do that. And yes, repeating tables. But in today's, I will not be talking about repeating tables. We can talk about that in subsequent stuff, but not repeating tables. All right. So I'll go to add a new automation, cloud flow, and this one I would call it an instant flow, and this is the reason is because we want to test it. So I would have to manually, it will not be a cloud or automated flow. Like I would have to manually trigger the flow. All right. So, and like you can, pretty much here, I can change anything around it. So I would manually trigger this flow. Okay. If I want Power Apps to trigger it, I can do it. But because we are going to be triggering it from Power App in the next in the next episode, I'm going to use Power Apps. So which means a Power App is going to trigger this flow, but we can test it, right? So I'll click on Power Apps and I'll click on Create. I should have given it a name. Oh man. So let's go ahead and give it a name here. Don't worry, you can still do it after that. So we'll call this Power Gift Card. All right. And then it won't say because it will tell me I need to select that this one for here. So that's it. Now, I would delete this, and that's I'll explain why. I will still use Power Apps, a Power Apps connector, but I'll use V2 here. I'll use version 2. And I'm using it because this allows us to specify the input we are expecting from the Power App. Is that okay? That's why I'm using. V1 doesn't allow you to do that, so V2 allows you to do that. V1 has some complex thing going on. So we know that we're expecting a text. We'll call this, and then another one is a text. That would be the 2, and then the last one, which would be a number, which is the amount, which we'll call amount. All right. So when the Power Apps is calling this flow, we're expecting it to pass message from to an amount, right? Now, with all this set, I'll go ahead and click here. And the next thing I want to do now is type in Word, Microsoft Word. So you see Word online, and then you see it. Populate a Microsoft Word document. Sorry, Word template. So you see there are two connectors here. Convert Word document to PDF, and then populate a Microsoft Word template. So we'll choose the first one. All right, choose the first one. Then it's just signing me in, to my OneDrive account so that I can select the OneDrive, stuff like that. So, like I said, there are two ways of doing this. You can use OneDrive connector. We can use a OneDrive connector. All right, the OneDrive connector can allow you to also create files and then specify the file type. I'll show you that as well. So where's the location of this file? So if you open up, it's in my OneDrive for Business, and you can find it in OneDrive. And then the file, if you click the little, so you realize that once you specify this, there's a little folder sign here, right? When you click it, you can select any of the subfolders here. So I'm looking for demo. No, I think it's called Power Series. That's how I called it. Yep, there you go. So Power Series. And then you see it. This is our birthday template that we created in Word. So we select the template. And now look at this. Immediately, once you selected it, you see all the fields. Look at this. So you see the fields. Oh, these are all the, these are all the fields we provided when we're creating the template. And you see the default, the value that was in the default value that was in the 00, right? I can see that this one is showing 00 here for the amount, right? So to, from, amount, and message. And this is it. So for those asking, what's happening? This is what's happening. We created this Word template, and there is a to, from, the amount. This is 00, and then this was a message. So we're going to use PowerAutomate to fill this, and then convert it to PDF. And whatever we decide to do, we can decide to send it to someone, whatever. All right. So that's what we're doing. So, and here you can see that PowerAutomate is giving me intelligence onto us to putting in dynamic content or expressions, right? So the two, what do we have? Remember the top here, we've said that when Power Apps calls it, we want message, from, to, and amount. So this will be provided when the flow is called. So all we are doing now is saying fill it with the information you have from Power Apps. So the two, if you look at this, I'll just count this. And you can see from Power Apps here, you see it. So these are everything from Power Apps. So this is going to pick the to here. This is going to be the from. This is going to be the amount. And then here will be the message. There you go. So now I can save this, right? I can save this, and this is the first step, right? So this is the first step of the entire process. So if it's finished saving, we can test it to see whether the information comes here, and then we'll go on with the next step. All right, quickly. So we're just saving this, and then once this is done, okay, what we want to do is we want to create how do you call it? We want to create a Word document. All right, we're going to create a Word document so that once that document is created and saved, we can now convert that document into PDF. All right. So let's do this. So let's test this. So I can click the test here on the top right here. Just click on this test. And then you can see I'll manually trigger it and then click on test and see what's going to happen. It's going to try to sign in, and then it would pop up all the fields that are required. All right. Network error. Oops. Let's see. The green check means you are ready to go. Yeah, it's not. So let's see. Let's test this again. Signing in this flow. There you go. Continue. Yep. So you see it. So now check this out. So do you see this? It's now saying, hey, you need to put in a message, you need to put a from, you need to put a to, and there's an amount. That is because we selected the types to be text, and number. All right. So let's go ahead and do this. So we'll just say happy birthday from Sam. Right. And then the message, well, I'm going to only put Sam. So happy birthday from, no. What am I doing from? Happy birthday, fans. Yeah. Exclamation. Yeah. And then this is from Power Series team to, okay, so let's see who's the lucky winner. Scooby is the lucky winner. Okay. And the amount is, let's give him 100 cities. All right. And then run flow. So we are testing. Don't get carried away. Yep. So there you go. So done. And then what's going to happen is that our UI is going to refresh to show us that the flow run. And I see this green here. So I'm satisfied that the flow ran successfully. So so there you go. So you see, when the flow was called, here, check the inputs out. It's taking a while for, let me just close this and see. Well, yeah, this ran. Okay, there you go. So look at this. So to Scooby from power series, location, amount. So let me show you this. So you see, we pretty much got all the information. So here, so you can see the to, you can see the from. I messed it up again, and then you can see the amount. Right, the message is down there. Right, so everything came. So at least we know that the first part of our flow is working fine, right? If you have any questions to this point, please put it in the chat. I'll try to, answer that for you. So the next thing we're going to do now is, this connector has filled the template, but now we need to convert this template to a file, right? So you need to create a Word document, and then we can convert it. So to do this, we're going to use OneDrive. Yeah. We are going to use OneDrive. So select OneDrive, and then from OneDrive, you're going to use create file. Do you see this? Right? Create file. And now this here. Yeah, I think yeah. It's a bit slow. This should connect to, yeah, this is a bit slow. Anyway, so this is going to use OneDrive. All right, OneDrive to do that. So we're going to give it the file path. Okay, where we wanted to store the file. We're going to give it a name, and then the file we wanted to to save it. And then the file name, well, because you're going to generate random stuff, I would just go ahead with using kind of like hold on. It's asking me to, yeah, let's connect with this. My test, what is this? Microsoft. Let's see. Let me bring this here. Okay. What is this saying? The Microsoft account, really? What's happening? Okay. This is strange. Why is it saying, you know what? Let's try this again, because it's crazy. I'm already logged on, but it's still telling me I am not logged on. Okay, this is running. Let's give it some time. Okay. Creating unauthorized. Okay, signing. Let's signing again. Sometimes, I don't know, these things can get a bit overwhelming. Because to think that I've already logged on, all right? Let's look at signing options. Signing with Windows Hello. Yeah, I probably will use Windows Hello. If the camera is not, because the camera is already being used. Let's see. Whoa, this. Please signing to login. The request comes from Firefox by Mozilla Corporation. Yeah, that's true. More choices. This is crazy. Okay, other ways to sign in. I'm getting a screen like this. Ideally, once you sign up, I don't know what's happening, but let me try this again. Wow. Okay, let me try this. Let me delete this connector. And I don't know why it's saying, so let's use OneDrive. Okay. OneDrive for business. Yes, that's what I used. Create file. Yes. Connecting. Because so OneDrive, just OneDrive is the open one, right? Like the one you get when you sign up with, M365 and Outlook and stuff like that, right? But OneDrive for business is the one you get when you have an M365 account. You see that it's automatically connected. So I think I might probably have I chose OneDrive, not for business, all right? So let's quickly rename this to create temp file. Okay, let's say create temp word file. Okay, and the unique part, where are we going to create this file? Again, I'm going to go through the process, select the root. I'm going to put it in Power Series. Yeah, so let's go back. And then I'll just put it in Power Series. Yeah, so I'll put it here. So the file is going to be in Power Series, and the file name, right? I'm going to use an expression to say, let's do this. Interesting. There you go. So UTC now. All right. And then, so let's do this. So I'm going to do something like concat. And all I'm doing is I'm just doing concatenations, right? So I'm going to concat UTC now with.docx and close this. All right. So all I'm saying is that I want to create, what's it saying? Oh, sorry. So yeah, I should have asked. So now the content. Now the file content is if there's this one, the populate document with it. So I'll just select this, and you can see here, this is showing me that it is the microdocument that was created when I use the populate Microsoft template connector. All right. So this is a document. So now if I save this should be fine. So what are we doing? We are assuming the information is coming from Power Apps. We've populated the Word document, and now we are calling the OneDrive connector to create a file. And that file is going to have a file name. It's going to have a file name of the current timestamp with .docx. So that creates a file in the Power Series folder. Do you see it? So / Power Series, and then, the file name. So what we can do is that because I can say that because the file name needs to be unique all the time, and if we can't keep using concat all the time, because that would generate different timestamps. So what we can do is let's see, we can actually save. I think we should do this. We should create a variable to store the proposed file name. All right. Or what we can do is we can just use the person's name, right? We can just use the person's name and then save. I think that would be much easier. So we can actually concat the from and the to. What if the person? I mean, let's not overthink this. We'll just try to keep it very simple. All right. So let's see what it's saying. Oh yeah, that's fine. Okay. So now for sake of showing you this, I'm going to open OneDrive here. But this is what I'm thinking, right? I think it's not going to be prudent to use just the timestamp. Okay. So let's do this. Let's do this. All right. Let's change the name structure. Let's not use a timestamp. We can use it, but let's not use it. So this is what we'll do. We are going to concatenate. Okay. So let me show you something here. Let me delete this. We're going to add a variable right after this. Right. We're going to add a variable. So where's that? Yeah, initialize a variable. And I'll show you what. So we're going to call this var file name. Right. And it's going to be type of a string. And this is going to be the value. We're going to use an expression, right? So we're going to concatenate. So what are we going to concatenate? We're going to concatenate this is it. We're going to concatenate the from, all right, comma. So we're going to concatenate the from, comma, the to, the amount, right? And then we'll add it to .docx. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Right? So let's save this. So pretty much what we are doing is that we are creating a variable called oh yeah, sorry. I need to. So here the file name now would be the file name will now be, let's go up here, var file name, and then we can save this. So what we've done is that when the input comes from Power Apps, we are creating a variable that to create the file name, which is first name, last, the from, the to, and the amount all put together. All right. And then we also need to create the document. So this should create a document in Power Series, right? In a Power Series folder. Now, after the document is created, we can now go ahead and use, right? We can now go ahead and use the next. Now we can, like I said, there are two ways you can do this, right? So we'll go ahead and use the word template, the word connector again. And this time you see this. This time it is what? Convert Word document to PDF. Is that okay? So that's what we're going to use. So now I'm going to select convert this. And it's asking for the location, right? It's the same thing, OneDrive for Business. The document library is my OneDrive, right? And then the file. So here, if we put it here, let's see. Okay, we can just put it there. Now, the file, right? The file we want to convert, this is the file. So if you remember, we can use the path, because this creates temp Word file, right? It's going to come up with a path to that file. So it's this. Let's go down. So there you go, and then the path, right? So that is a file. This is what we want to convert to PDF. Okay. So this will convert it to PDF. It will just convert that file to PDF. Now, after it has converted it to PDF, you need to save a copy of that file. All right. So what we're going to do now is add the next step, which is a similar OneDrive. It's the same OneDrive connector. So again, OneDrive for Business. And then this is also create file. All right. So this time around, let me just rename this and say create PDF file. Then the folder path, right? This is going to be, where we're going to keep the file. So we know that it's in Power Series. And then the file name. So you see this time, so here you're converting one to Word and another one to PDF. So I'll quickly go and modify our function here and then remove the last part. I just thought about this, so forgive me. Now, so this is just going to concatenate the from, to, and the amount. All right. And then here, when we are creating the file, instead of just doing it here, we're going to do the concatenation here instead. So we'll say that concatenate. What are you concatenating? The file name, right? Concatenate this file name with .docx. All right. And this is because we'll use a similar thing. We'll use a variable name here, but this time .pdf. Okay. That is why I had to change it. So this time the file name is also going to be another expression where I'm going to say that concat. What are you concatenating? The variable file name and then .pdf. All right. So that's it. And then the file is going to be the result of convert to PDF, this PDF document, right? And we are good. And then let's save this. So now that is how, these are steps. So first is you populate a Microsoft Word document. You convert that populated document to a Word file. Then you convert that Word file to PDF. And when the PDF is generated, you save or create that PDF. All right, solid. Okay, so now that this is done, let's go ahead and test it. Moment of truth. Now, to show this, where's our Power Series? So this is our Power Series folder. As you can see, the only thing there is a template here, right? The only thing here is our birthday template. That's the only thing here, right? We don't have any other thing. So let's go ahead and test this. So I'm going to test the flow. And like I said, next week, we're going to create the Power Apps that's going to call this flow and run this and create it. So let's go ahead. Let's test this. So like we tested, let's try to go to signing to all the things. And then, so our message, happy special day from Power Series team. All right. We chose Scooby, right? So, okay. So let's say to all who joined. So to all our fans, right? And then amount is, let's give you guys 500 cities, right? So let's run the flow. Keep the fingers crossed. The flow is done. I want to see a green here, and then I'll be excited. Okay, so as you can see, the tick, there we go. So I see all green. I see all green, and we're good. So it tells me so let's walk through this. So the flow was called, look at it, happy special day, Power Series team to all of you. So you can see this. Then, right, we went ahead to create a variable, and this is the variable Power Series team, all our fans, like 500. So as you can see, it just created the whole of this, right? And then what we did was we populated the template. As you can see, template was populated. And then we created a file, right? With that file name .docx. And then we created a PDF. So, I mean, let's forget about this whole thing. Let's go check OneDrive. Look at that. So you see the two files. So it first created a Word document, right? So this Word document should have all the things in it. Right? Isn't that cool? So now think about this. So look at that. Happy birthday, 500 cities, happy special day, all our fans, Power Series team. Yeah, and then the image is still loading. Yeah. So look at this. Isn't this cool? So this could be, you could email this, you could automate sending it, whatever you want to do, you could do that, right? So this was the Word document that was created. Now let's go ahead and look at the PDF that was also created. Open in browser. So there you go. So you see the PDF. Look at that. Happy birthday, happy special. This is the message. Happy special day, 500. All our fans, Power Series team. This was done. So what does the Prince? Yeah. So what does the premium on the Word to connector mean? Does it mean I have to pay something? No and yes. So so let me explain. Now, premium connectors simply mean that you need a license, right? So you need to have, well, when I say license, I'm probably being overrated. It means you need to have, a Power Apps, either a Power App or PowerAutomate additional license, all right? So, but the thing is that if you have M365 and you add the add-on to it, you're free to use the premium connectors. So once you have an M365, you can, but here's the case. You can also create a developer account and you can still use the premium connectors. That's pretty much it. So premium just means that you need to have a license, an add-on license to use it. But other than that, you're fine. So like I said, there is another way to do it, but we've reached the end of, we are at the top of the hour. So I'll leave that for the part 2, which is next week. And I'll show you how to create a simple Power App that you can input all the things in, and the Power App is going to call this same flow we created today, and it will generate the PDF for us. And then I'll show you the second way of creating the PDF, right? Not using the Word connector, but that goes with the OneDrive. So for instance, after the file is created here, right? After the file is created, instead of convert here, we could, let's add a power branch, right? And then I will just do OneDrive. So here you see it, there is we'll select OneDrive for business, and then you see this, it says that convert file, and then also convert file using a path. All right, so if I select this what's going to happen. Do you see here I have a drop down, I can select PDF, GLB, HTML, JPEG, right? So if you wanted to convert that to a picture and send, you could also use this. So for this one, the unique path, right? Convert file. So the unique path would be, see here, create file, temp word file. So that is what we would have used. So here, let's go here. So yeah, convert. So here I'll just use the path. All right, and that is it. So instead of, so here, this would create the PDF, and then all I have to do is either save it. So I can just call create PDF, like, and then we just save this file somewhere. So I'll save this for now, and then we can, test it out. So this is how Word to create a PDF. So Prince, I don't know if that answered your question, but that's the reason why you have premium connectors. So if this sounded like or felt like something that is interesting, and you want to see the part 2 where we create the power apps that you can call to do this, make sure you join me next week Sunday. Make sure you've subscribed to our channel. Please subscribe so that you can learn more of this interesting thing. Now think about this. You're a content creator and you have to put out flyers, right? I know someone who's going to jump on me for this, and I am going to use this starting from next week. I'm actually going to automate all my flyers. So I'm going to use the same template here. I'm going to design all my template, the title, the pictures, and everything. And then I'll create a Power Apps that allows me to enter my title, upload the pictures. And then when I run the flow, what's going to happen is that I am going to use Twitter and other connectors, so that once I do that, it's going to call the template, put in the pictures and the title, and then it will post it on my Twitter, post it on my LinkedIn, where there are connectors. If there are no connectors, that'll be a separate thing. I'll go create my connectors to do that. But that is the power of the Microsoft Power Automate platform, right? So if this sounded like or looks like something that you're interested in, again, make sure you make a date with us next week. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Don't forget that the video will be available on demand on YouTube after the session. So don't think you've lost it. You can always, go back and watch it. If there's any question, just comment. I'll respond to you. Till then, have a wonderful evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you're watching from. Stay safe. Peace out to the people in Ukraine. Let's make peace, not war. Let's stay safe. And let's all learn something new to make the world a better place for our own selves tomorrow. With that said, thank you very much for joining, and I am out.